Hey everybody, it's Christy Miley with Caldwell Banker Shuck and Redbird Realty Group, and I'm here with Carrie Johnston. She's my most highly trusted lender in the area, and I wanted to get some information out today for buyers regarding with Carrie. We've been working together for almost 10 years, and she works with almost every single buyer that I represent. She's also represented myself for my loans, my family. Every loan I've ever entered into with her has flawlessly closed. But as a listing agent, I do experience a lot of variations with that rate, and I even recently have had one or two loans that were denied even in final underwriting. So people were already moved out of their homes. It was a really traumatic experience and costly for so many people emotionally and financially. So in an effort to avoid anyone receiving a pre-approval and then later being denied once they've entered into a transaction, I wanted to talk to Carrie today about the variances in the amount of effort that some originators put in on the front end before they give you that piece of paper and you start shopping. So how is it so flawless with you all the time?
Well, you hit it on the head. I mean, it's asking the right questions up front. That's imperative in this industry. If you want to do well and have a good name for yourself, and reputation means everything, it's that. Asking the right questions, getting everything up front, knowing what to ask is important. And sometimes that comes with experience, but I've also been and the flip side, where I'm the lender called to pick up the pieces, and another lender that the loan officer's been doing it for many years. So it's just knowing the right questions to ask, getting that information up front. So I know that I can be at 99 or 100% from pre-approval to close ratio with all my realtors, and that's why they trust me. So it's just getting the information, income, knowing to ask, is there any kind of potential divorce? Is there any child support that you might pay? Just making sure you're asking the right questions, that somehow most realtors are scratching their head going, how did we get to this point that now it's being discovered that there's an income problem when we are a week from closing. So just asking those questions, but I'm good at that. I pride myself in continually always learning, staying up to date with all the rules and regulations that are required. So that's what it comes down to, is just getting everything up front, getting the income information, and knowing what to ask the client in order to not have, oops, we have an issue phone call. Because that's, like you said, with your sellers, it's never a comfortable conversation to ever be in.
So I guess one in conclusion tip that I would like to again kind of reiterate is just that as a consumer, if you are being issued a pre-approval letter and you know that they have not actually verified your income and your assets, have they taken a look for any potential hidden downfall? So going beyond all of that surface information, again, like Carrie mentioned, is there a divorce pending? Things like that you maybe wouldn't know to provide yourself. Make sure that your lender is proactively prompting you with those more in-depth questions. Don't just trust an online program and then go out and start house shopping, because it really can cause just endless issues.
That is the biggest issue. I see people going, okay, can I go online and just apply? No. And online, you just plug in the information and it takes your word for it. Those are questions to ask. Okay, well, there's a gap of 3 years employment history. That's a problem, potentially. Or my hourly rate is now declined. It was this before. Now we have declining income. Or I'm self-employed. I put in that I made $150,000, but when we see your tax returns, you really netted $23,000 and don't qualify. You can't do that in a machine.
Right.
Asking a loan officer that's experienced and has a great reputation is imperative in this industry if you want to get to the closing table.
Yeah, make sure everything really has been checked before you start shopping, just so that we can get you the best end result. So, thank you.
Oh, thank you.